Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, I have no Wi-Fi, and this laptop is really hot. When the sales team missed the most fundamental requirement. Can you log me into the server? Customer support made a mistake. The client ended the call extremely happy. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I have no Wi-Fi, and this laptop is really hot. Long-time lurker. Love this subreddit and stumbled upon something last week that I figure I should share. The players. Bro, my brother, a natural enemy to all things electronic, however not tech illiterate. Me family and friend tech support starting in the early 2000s. Bro is not known for treating his computers well. Every single one he has graced with his touch has had something go wrong with it. Spilled drinks, broken charge ports, viruses, cracked screens, hard disk fault which he swears was not caused by physical means. I digress. This problem in particular though, I don't think is his fault. Bro's laptop was running hot, like, almost give you first degree burns hot. He decided to ignore this problem and continue using it, until one day he booted it up, and he had no Wi-Fi. Strange. Well, this particular machine is an HP, and it's shipped with a suite of diagnostic tools, so on his own accord, he ran every troubleshooter and diagnostic tool he could find, but they all came up empty. I even coached him through a Windows reinstall over the phone after he got sick of HP's UIs. But that did not fix any of his problems either. Well, the HP bloat went away. The laptop has an Ethernet port, so he was happy enough continuing to use the laptop via a 50 Cat6 tether to the router. So we figured, okay, this laptop just runs hot, and you have internet now, so problem solved. Problem solved indeed, until the day one of his couch naps was interrupted by a fire in his loins. Said laptop was running super hot now, definitely worse than before. Well, out of pure spite, that laptop got replaced with a pre-built gaming desktop, and was set aside and forgotten about. Until somehow I came into ownership of it when I opened a box in my closet and found it. I quickly was reminded of the heating issue, much to the dismay of the first three fingers on my right hand, and diagnosed it as a simple clogged vent/fan, so I emptied about 1/4 can of compressed air into every orifice I could find. Satisfied with the amount of dust and debris expelled onto my kitchen table, I proceeded to try and diagnose the Wi-Fi problem. There's no option to connect to a wireless network. Strange. Device Manager shows only one Ethernet adapter listed. No mention of the Wi-Fi adapter. Also strange. Maybe some drivers are missing due to the Windows refresh? This laptop has laid dormant for a few years, so I decided to patch into my switch and let Windows Update do its thing for a few hours. A few hours and reboots later. No Wi-Fi. Maybe HP upped its diagnostic tool game. A few more hours of loading HP's tools and running them. Nothing. Until I was reminded, yet again, much to the dismay of the first three fingers on my right hand, yet again, of how hot this thing runs. So I decide to crack open the bottom of the case. I remove the battery and it's a normal temperature, however the heat issue is coming from a plate just below the battery. I flip it open and what do I find? A Wi-Fi card that looks like a forgotten SMOR surrounded by brown scorch marks. Thing got so hot it desoldered the antenna connectors from the board. It cooked the sticker off the back and it reeks of I have expelled all my magic smoke, I am no more. Well, there's your problem. $12 on Amazon and 2 days later I have a working laptop with no overheating issue. I also have Wi-Fi. Thanks for the free laptop, bro. When the sales team missed the most fundamental requirement. This is a tale from nearly 30 years ago, and it's time it was played to a wider audience. I used to work for an IT company that was famous for being big and for being blue. As a team, we designed, installed and maintained banking solutions. We had a separate sales team who roamed the world drumming up contracts, with the sole goal of earning their commissions. The very idea that they might need some technical guidance during the process never occurred to them, with the result that we were often stitched up with delivering the impossible. This is the tale of one of the more spectacular stitch-ups that got dumped on us. A regional bank in China had decided to expand its services to some of the more rural communities to support the rapidly growing economy. They had built their first new branch building in an outlying farming village, and our sales team had got us the contract to kit it out with everything needed to run the business: hardware, network, software, etc. The requirements were dropped on us to design, deliver and install, and for once it looked like the dream contract. It was a blank canvas where we could put together a fully integrated turnkey solution. We were just given the requirements: number of teller stations, expected transaction volumes and growth, application services needed, data interfaces to the remote central systems, security requirements. We designed the perfect solution, put together the shopping list, and arranged for everything to be shipped out to China. We then waited for a call from the bank to say everything had arrived so we could send out a small team to set it all up for them. A few weeks later that call came, and 3 lucky team members were selected for an all-expenses-paid trip of a lifetime to China. Many days of thankless hard grind in the absolute back of beyond. The first few days are spent unboxing everything, putting devices where they need to go, laying network cables and generally bolting everything together. Partway through the 3rd day our hardware man, HWM, steps out of the little closet where he had been setting up the local server, holding a UPS in his hand, and wanders up to the local manager, MGR. MGR, you're looking confused. Is there a problem? HWM, not really, I was just wondering where I should plug this in. MGR, what do you mean, plug it in? You do know there's no electricity supply in this village? HWM. Actually, he said rather more than 3 dots. The word sales team figured somewhere in his response, along with several words beginning with F, S and B. So our team all trooped back home again while the bank sourced and installed a large generator and put in a load of cabling, all of which took many weeks. But at least all went well the second time round, and, much later than scheduled, we got their diesel-powered bank branch up and running. Can you log me into the server? Me, do you need access to a certain server? Her, just the server thanks. Me, your school has over 6 different servers? What do you need access to? Her, my account? It's ___________. You do this for me every Monday. Me, clicks on who she is. Oh, you need help logging in, it's called a network login. Logging onto a server is very different. Her, can you remote on and log in as me then? Me, I believe your login is first name. Surname? She types something, her coworker next to her bursts out laughing. Coworker, you did not just type first name. Surname, she means your actual name. Her, get out. Hysterics. Coworker, that is not how it works at this school or several schools. You log in with a username password. You can't expect to call them, remote on, and log in as you. It has not worked since the second time. Nor should I log in for you before you turn up. That is not how IT ever has worked at any school. They argue for 5 minutes, the coworker storms out. Her, it is still not working. I am typing my name. Me, spell it for me. Her, spells what she has typed. Me, does your surname not have an S on the end? Her, silence. Me, you able to log in? I know she has forgotten her password as well. She calls up every Monday. Her, it still says incorrect username password? Me, would you like a password reset? Who can I send it to? It has to be someone on site with a work email address. Her, just send it to my personal email. Me, you and I both know that it against security policy, neither can I confirm your temporary password down the phone. Her, add blank to the ticket for the password reset, but she's just stormed out. Me, of course, have a lovely Monday morning. Writes a ticket to her coworker explaining her login, how to log in, and to ensure she notes down her password, or next time I will set it to a password for her, every month until she leaves the school like I would a special child. Also sends an email to coworkers stating she has called up 3 times this morning, once for logging into the PC, the second to her email, and the third asking how to generate a report in the banking software they use. Which she logs, every Monday. I hope that SBM does not last long. She does not deserve that position, nor does she deserve such a lovely PA that has put up with this for 2 months straight. That is the first time I have ever heard that PA snap ever after working here for almost a year now. I also hope her PA shares that email with the correct person, so I do not get a complaint. Customer support made a mistake. The client ended the call extremely happy. I used to work for a call center company and our account was a prepaid cell phone company. Let's call cellphone. As a general CUST support and as a tech support. At the time of the story, I was new and it was my very first job. Please keep in mind that this happened like 10 plus years ago and some details may have been omitted. The company trained us for around 1 month IIRC, and then allowed us to take actual calls for 1 week with our trainer and QC at our beck and call if we had any calls that doesn't follow the script. The training took a while because Cellphone also handles a charity cell phone service, CCS from here on, for people who are in need, mostly old or poor people. We were told the government pays for the service. So the training basically was about learning the different policies and procedures of Cellphone and CCS. This story is not what happened to me but to my fellow new employee. We were trained by batch. Anyway, this co-trainee of mine got a call from a client of the CCS. The client didn't receive his monthly minute allowance, so he called to ask what's up. Upon checking the entries/records of the client, the minutes did, in fact, not send to the client's phone and has to be manually sent by my co-trainee, and she did so by following the script. And then she clicked send on her screen and asked the client if he received a message saying he got his minutes. The client said he received a message, but it doesn't say he received minutes. I don't know if she double-checked the entries after that, but she got confused and asked our trainer for help. Our trainer said to start over and send the minutes again, and she did. I was sitting next to my co-trainee. I was on call, got my client on hold, and was waiting for my system to finish whatever I was doing at that time and started to watch. I watched her click on send again and asked the customer if he received his minutes. The client said he did receive a message, but again, no minutes. By the way, I couldn't hear him. My co-trainee was relaying what the client said to the trainer. My trainer was a little perplexed as well and reviewed what my co-trainee did that the minutes wouldn't send. Then our trainer found what's wrong. The client was indeed not receiving his manually inputted minutes. He was receiving days. Mind you, he was in the 300+ minute PER month program. My co-trainee gave him 300+ days worth of minutes. Twice. It was a Dropbox choice mistake. She clicked on the day option instead of minute. Needless to say, my co-trainee was scared about the mistake. Our trainer just said, nothing we can do about it. Just inform the client and close it as normal. Just mention what happened in the note ticket. The client was extremely happy about what happened. He received close to 2 years worth of minutes within the span of a 15-minute call plus the monthly 300+ minutes he'll continue to receive every month. And there I was, still waiting for my system to finish, thinking what a lucky *** that guy was. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.